And today I'm going to be taking you through a shorter express yoga practice designed to open up into the heart, focusing on back bends. Designed for those days where you are maybe a little bit short on time, but you're still looking to carve out that little segment in your day to move your body and tune into your mind. So you don't need any particular props for this practice, just comfy clothes and a mat. And then when you're ready, I'm going to meet you in a seat. So inviting you to come to the knees, and if you just bring the big toes together and then take the heels apart. So you create a little bit of bowl for the sit bones to rest into. If this doesn't feel comfortable for the knees, feel free to take any other seated position. And then just allowing the shoulders to soften away from your ears. Taking a moment just to draw your awareness from your sit bones all the way through to the crown of the head, creating a little bit of length. And then closing down the eyes. Just consciously and intentionally detaching from where you just come from and allowing yourself to tune inwards, to drop inwards with a open mind and an open heart, void of expectation or judgments. Noticing physically, mentally, and energetically how the body feels. And just allowing a slightly deeper breath as you breathe into the belly and then exhale, letting the breath go. Just slowing everything right down. And then take a deep breath into your belly. Breathe into your ribs and expand into the heart and the chest. And then pout the lips and then usher the breath out through the mouth, let it go. Again, inhale, belly expands, rib cage expands, chest and heart expands. And then pout the lips and then exhale, let the breath go. One more. And then exhale, release. And then just bring the palms of the hands to Pra Anjali Mudra. Bowing the head to the heart, an invitation to set an intention for your practice today. Maybe it's to move with love or compassion. Maybe it's simply to stay with your breath. And using that intention as a mental anchor point. As you interlace the fingertips, you can keep the eyes closed and just begin to roll into your wrists. And just change direction. And then keeping the fingertips interlaced, you're just going to press the palms of the hands forwards, round through the back of the body, draw the chin towards your chest. Take a breath in, reach the arms up towards the sky. Lift the heart, roll the shoulders back. And as you exhale, rounding through the back of the body, pulling the heart into the back of the ribs. Inhale to lift. And then exhale to contract. Last time, inhale to lift. Exhale to round. And then we'll just make our way through to a tabletop position. Bring the hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. And we'll just start circling around the hands. Sending the hips forwards and back. And change direction. Going back through to center. On your next inhale, drop the belly, roll the shoulders back, thread the heart through the biceps. As you exhale, chin to chest, and then just round through the back of the body. Cow, inhale, belly drops. And then exhale to contract. Pressing the floor away. One more here, inhale. Exhale. And coming back through to a neutral spine, keeping the hips stacked over your knees. We're just going to walk the hands forwards, puppy pose. Bowing the head and the heart down towards the earth. Lengthening the fingertips forwards. Keep lifting your sit bones. Breathing in. And if this feels okay, you might even play with bringing the chin to the mat. Take the gaze forwards, softening the heart space down towards the floor. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, lower the forearms down, begin to lift your chest, and then slither it forwards onto the belly. Dropping the pubic bone down, roll the shoulders away from the ears, Sphinx pose. Lifting and lengthening through the heart. Take a breath in here. And as you exhale, just softening the chest down. Take the fingertips to the outer edges of the mat and then just point the elbows up towards the ceiling, tenting the fingertips, rooting down through the tops of the feet. Inhale, little spinal undulation. Lift the chest, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, ripple down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to soften. Last one. And then exhale, ripple it down. Take your hands underneath your shoulders, sending the sit bones back through to a child's pose. Lengthening out through the arms. Broaden into the back of the body, deep inhale. And a full exhale. We're going to make our way to a downward facing dog. Spread the fingertips, tuck the toes, and then lifting your hips up and back. And as you arrive here, just taking any movement that feels good. Maybe you're dropping one heel to the floor, then the other. A little sway into the hips. Lengthening out through the spine. Just take a breath in. And as you exhale, just softening into stillness. On your next inhale, we'll ripple the spine forwards, come through to a high plank. Actively push the floor away, hug the navel in towards the spine, squeeze your glutes, breathe in. And then as you exhale, just allow the hips to sink down. Keep pressing the floor away, roll the shoulders away from the ears, floating up dog. As you exhale, lifting the hips and come back down, facing dog. Two more, inhale, ripple it forwards, high plank. And then keep the hips melting down, roll the shoulders back, push the floor away, floating up dog. Exhale, use your core, lift the hips back, down dog. Last time, inhale, ripple it forwards. Exhale, melt the hips, roll the shoulders back, squeeze the glutes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just take a breath in here, and a full exhale. And then look forwards, bend the knees, either step or a little hop through to the top of the mat. We'll take a halfway lift, lengthen the legs and the spine, look forwards. And then as you exhale, bow in the head and the heart down, Uttanasana, forward fold. Pressing down through the feet, root to rise, arms to the sky, palms together at the top. Inhale. And as you exhale, pulling the hands back home to your heart. And then just rest by your side, Samastiti. Just take a breath in. And exhale out. As you inhale, raising the arms, palms of the hands come together at the top. As you exhale, cactus the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together, little bend into the knees. And then as you exhale, ripple it down, forward fold. Interlacing your thumbs, vertebrae by vertebrae, just begin to peel the spine all the way back through to stand. Sweep the arms forwards and up, squeeze the glutes, little back bend, inhale. As you exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold, dive it down, swing the arms back, cast your hips, interlace your fingertips, and then exhale, draw the arms away from your lower back. And you might just play around here, maybe bend and straighten into alternate legs, just lengthening through the back of the body. As you release the fingertips to the floor, take a halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high planks. Lowering the knees to the floor, shift the shoulders forwards, and then lower your belly and your chest down towards the mat. Bhujangasana, inhale, little back bend, roll the shoulders back, squeeze the glutes. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Breathing in. And exhale to land. Bend the knees, send the hips back, step or hop top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold. Root to rise, arms to the sky, palms and hands together at the top. Exhale, hands back home to heart. Rest by your side, Samasthiti Hu. Again, inhale, arms to the sky. As you exhale, draw the shoulders down the back of the body, cactus the arms, open the heart. As you exhale, send the hips back, dive it down, forward folds. Interlacing your fingertips vertebrae by vertebrae, peel the spine all the way through to stand. Sweeping the arms forwards and up, squeeze the glutes, take the arms past the ears, little back bends. And then exhale, dive it down, brush the arms back past your hips, interlace your fingertips. Again, join the arms away from your lower back, inhale here. And exhale to release. Fingertips to the floor, halfway lift, inhale. Moving through your vinyasa, plant the hands, step back, high plank. Either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, lower 2/3 down. Inhale through to up dog or cobra, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. And as you land in your downward facing dog, we'll sweep the right leg high, three-legged dog, breathe in. As you exhale, drawing the knee towards your nose, tiger curl. And then step the foot in between your hands. Lowering the left knee to the floor, root to rise, and Vinyasa, arms to the sky. Take a breath in here. And as you exhale, just melt the hips forward, squeeze the glutes, and then lift through the chest. Inhale. As you exhale, cactus the arms. 2 more. Inhale to lift. Exhale, cactus the arms. 1 more. Inhale to lift. Exhale to cactus. Squeeze your glutes. Half split, sending the hips back, lengthen your right leg, flex the foot, point the toes to the sky. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and then exhale, just folding over that right leg. Finding that space through that right hamstring. 1 more breath. And then bringing the weight forwards, low twist, left hand plants, reach the right fingertips high. Drawing that right shoulder back, keep melting the left hip forwards. Option to stay here, option bend your back left knee. Circling the right arm round, maybe you find the foot. And if you do happen to find the foot, kick it into the palm of the hand. Steering that right shoulder back. Opening the heart towards the sky, 1 more breath. And as you exhale, release right hand to the inside of the right foot, slide it back, high plank. Breathe in to arrive. Exhale, your vinyasa. Leading us back to down dog. On your next inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged dog. As you exhale, pull the knee towards your nose, tiger curl. Stepping that left foot in between your hands. Lower the right knee. Inhale, root to rise, and Vinyasa. Take a moment just to land, melting that right hip forwards. Inhale. And then as you exhale, cactus the arms. Finding that flow with your breath. Inhale to lift. Exhale to open. Inhale to lift. Exhale to open. 1 more. Inhale, and as you exhale, half splits, half Hanuman. Flexing the toes towards the sky. Inhale to lengthen. And then exhale, just folding over that left leg. And that softness through that left leg, breathing in. And exhale out. So you gaze forwards, low twist, right hand plants. Reach the left fingertips high. Melting the hip forward, option to stay, or again, option bend your back right knee, flex the foot. Maybe that left hand circles back towards your left foot. And then if it's there, kick it into the hand as you steer that left shoulder back. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, slowly release. Left hand finds the floor, sliding it back to your high plank. Inhale. And exhale, flush it through, Vinyasa. Inhale through to your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take a breath in here. And a full exhale out. Bending your knees, send your hips back, step, jump, hop your way through to the top of the mat. Take a halfway lift, inhale. And then exhale to fold. Root to rise, arms to the sky, palms together at the top. Exhale, hands back home to heart. And then rest by your side, Samastitihi. Just take a breath in, rooting down through the soles of the feet. And exhale. We're going to shift the weight into the sole of your right foot. Fix your Drishti gaze in somewhere that's not going to move. And as you inhale, draw your left knee in towards your chest. And either hold the shin or hold the back of the thigh. Lifting from your heart space, inhale. As you exhale, option to send the hips forwards. Press the left leg into the hands and then lean back. Lifting through the chest. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, release that back bend. Keep that left knee in towards your chest. One-legged Tadasana, inhale. Maybe the arms reach high. As you exhale, extend that left leg forwards. Active through the core, breathe in. As you exhale, warrior three, windmill the arms back. Crown of the head comes forwards. Long line from your head to your heel, breathing in. High lunge, bend the right knee, step the left foot back. Inhale, reach the fingertips high. Bending into that back left knee, squeeze the inner thighs, and as you exhale, draw that left heel back. Inhale, we lift the fingertips, and as you exhale, cactus the arms. Two more, inhale to lift. Exhale to open. Inhale to lift. Exhale to open. We're going to take the hands behind us, interlace your fingertips. Spin your left heel flat as you slide the knuckles down the inside of the left leg. Inhale. Humble warrior as you exhale, right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. Keep drawing that right hip in. Spinning that left heel forwards. One more breath, inhale. And then as you exhale, begin to turn your right toes to the left side of your mat. Prasarita, wide leg fold. Keeping the hands interlaced and then lengthening into both legs. Breathing in. Exhale out. Fingertips to the floor, take a halfway lift. And then spin your left toes towards the back of your mat. Your left hand is coming to the inside of your left foot, and as you breathe in, Trikonasana, reach the right fingertips high. You could always lift up onto the left fingertips, maybe lift that left hand a little up that left shin. Leaning that right shoulder back, inhale. And then to the back of your mat, half moon, left hand to the back left corner. Shifting the weight into that left foot, right leg floats. You've got the option to stay here or option bend your right knee, maybe clasp hold of your foot or your ankle. Chapasana, taking that bind. Kicking the foot into the hand. Opening the chest. Play around here, one more breath. And as you exhale, right hand comes down, right leg lifts. Internally rotate that right hip, standing splits. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, right foot steps next to your left. Facing the back of your mat now, take a halfway lift, inhale. And then exhale to fold. Root to rise, arms to the sky, palms of the hands together at the top. And as you exhale, hands back home to heart. Reconnect with your breath, inhale. Exhale. This time shifting the weight into the sole of your left foot, blink the eyes open. As you draw that right knee in towards your chest, either holding the shin or the back of the thigh. Breathe and lift the chest. And as you exhale, maybe send the hips forward, squeeze the glutes. And then lift from the heart. Fixing your gaze, that lightness like air. in your heart space. Inhale. And as you exhale, release the back bend. Keep the knee in towards your chest. Maybe the arms raise high and then extend that right leg forwards. Drop in that right hip. Core is active. Inhale. Vibhajasana 3, warrior 3. Pendulum the leg back. Take the arms with you. Crown of the head lengthens forwards. Rotating the knee and toes down towards the floor. Breathe in. High crescent lunge, bend the left knee, slowly step the right foot to the back of the mat. Inhale, arms to the sky. Bending your back right knee, inhale. And as you exhale, draw that right heel back. Inhale, we reach the fingertips high. As you exhale, cactus your arms. 2 more, inhale to lift. Exhale to cactus. Inhale to lift. Exhale to cactus. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Interlace your fingertips behind the back of your body. Spin the right heel flat. Sliding the knuckles down the back of the right thigh. Little mini back bends. And then exhale, humble warrior. Left shoulder to the inside of your left knee. Rotating the right hip forwards. Pull that left hip in. Softening your jaw. And as you exhale, spinning all 10 toes back round to the long left side of your mat. Prasarita wide leg fold. And you can either keep the arms as they are here, you could release them, maybe take hold of your ankles, pulling the heart through the legs. Any other variation. And be here for 2. Here for 3. And on your next inhale, halfway lift, turn your right toes to the front of your mat. Right hand to the inside of the right foot, and then peel your left arm open. Trikonasana, drawing that left shoulder back. Lengthening both legs. Inhale. Half moon to the top right corner of your mat. Shift the weight into the right foot. Left leg floats. Again, playing around here. Maybe you stay, maybe you bend the knee. Might need to draw it into the chest. Grab hold of the shin or the ankle. And then kick it back. Just take 1 more breath. And as you exhale, standing splits, left hand down. Internally rotate that left hip. Drawing the belly towards your right thigh. Just take a breath in. Energy all the way through to the left toes. And as you exhale, left foot lands. Halfway lift, take a breath in. And then exhale to fold. Soften the knees, sweep the arms to the sky, palms together at the top. And then exhale, draw the hands back home to heart. Taking a breath in. And exhale out. Now, if you're right at the front of your mat, just take a step back so you're more central. Fixing your gaze, we're going to take a breath in, reach the fingertips high. And as you do so, lift the heels. Squeeze in your glutes, squeeze the core, soften the shoulders. For 2. 1 more breath. Now imagining that your spine is flat against the wall, we're going to bend the knees. Beginning to drop your sit bones directly towards your heels. Now you're going to get to a point that feels a little bit sticky. Can you pause in that spot for 3? Stay with it for 2. 1 more breath. And as you exhale, lower the sit bones all the way down. With or without the use of your hands, lower the knees to the floor. And then drive the hips forwards and up. Taking the hands to the lower back, point the fingertips down, roll the elbows in. And as you exhale, squeeze in the glutes, hips forwards. And then lift through the chest. Lengthening through the collarbones. Lengthen through the back of the skull. One more breath. And as you exhale, slowly release the back bend, untuck your toes, and just send your sit bones down towards your heels. Right, relaxing your hands onto your knees, and then just gently pull the chin to the chest. Allowing the right ear to circle towards your right shoulder. And as you exhale, chin into chest. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. One more either side. And then slowly come back through. Lifting the head and the gaze. We're going to drive the hips forwards and up. So this time, option to take the hands to the lower back. Option, tuck your toes. We're all going to enter the same way, sending the hips forwards. If you're staying there, stay there. Or option to reach one hand back towards your heel. If that feels okay, maybe the other hand reaches back. And you may or may not need the toes tucked. If you untuck the toes, it's just going to drop you a little bit deeper. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades towards one another, lifting the chest. Wherever you go, stay for 3. Here for 2. One more breath. And then hands come to the lower back if you've gone all the way down to camel. And then just reaching your hands towards your ankles. Lower the head and the heart down. Child's pose. Taking a moment here, breathe in. And exhale, let it go. So slowly just release the spine. So from here, dragging the hips back up, squeeze the glutes. We're going to tuck the toes. With or without the use of your hands, begin to lower your sit bones towards your heels. And then maybe the knees lift. From here, we're going to lower the heels towards the floor and then just creep the fingertips forwards. Drawing the heels down towards the mat. Deep inhale into the belly. And a full exhale out. Lowering the sit bones all the way down to the floor. This time, Navasana bow pose. Pull the heart towards the toes. Lifting the chest. Feel free to lengthen your legs if you want a little bit more. Lifting the heart for 3. Stay for 2. One more breath, inhale. Nice, and as you exhale, lower the feet to the floor. Just gently lengthen the legs out in front, flex the toes, and then reach the fingertips high. As you exhale, Paschimottanasana, folding over the legs. Finding either the feet or the ankles, maybe the shins. And just softening the head down. Three breaths. And on your next exhale, just slowly releasing the spine back through to neutral. So making your way towards the front of your mat, just reach the fingertips out in front. Lengthen through the spine to the crown of the head, inhale. And as you exhale, vertebrae by vertebrae, just peeling your spine all the way down to the mat. Your lower back, your middle back, eventually the upper back. And as the back of the skull finds the floor, if you just take the feet to that hip width apart, bring the soles of the feet to the floor, rooting down through your lower back, begin to lift your tailbone. And as you push down through the soles of the feet, just beginning to lift your hips, squeezing the glutes, squeezing the thighs. Maybe walk your shoulders underneath, interlace your fingertips and press the pinky sides of the hands into the mat. We're here for 3. Can you find any more length? Dropping the weight back into the shoulders. Deep breath in. And then as you exhale, release the arms, release the shoulders, and vertebrae by vertebrae, just feel the spine down towards the mat. Taking the feet to the width of the mat, take the arms out in line with your shoulders, and then just gently window wipe the knees from left to right. And then just gently draw the knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a final little squeeze here, hugging the shins. Maybe reach towards elbows or wrists. You might even draw the nose up to the knees. And then just relaxing the back of the head down, making your way to Shavasana, taking any movements or anything that you need along the way, and eventually finding that neutral space where the body can completely and fully soften, allowing the eyes to close. We bridge that gap between this practice and where we're off to next. Just allowing that space, that pause in between. Steady the breath, steady the mind, and I'll guide you out. Savasana. And by all means, if you have the time, maybe lingering in this space for a little longer. Otherwise, just very gently bringing awareness back. You might bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. And breathing with love, with gratitude to this life, to this body, for this breath. And maybe when you're ready, taking the arms overhead for a full body stretch. Drawing the knees in towards your chest. And we're going to make our way to a seat of your choice when you're ready. Take your time. And just allowing the eyes to close, gathering the palms of the hands together at the heart center. Bowing in gratitude to this practice, in gratitude of ourselves for carving out this little segment of our day to tune in. Gratitude for our bodies, our breath, and to each other. To love, to health, and to peace of mind always. Namaste. I bow to you.